I think the way the club has treated the player, I don't know the inside out of that story, what's happened with Napoli and the player, but a player who's probably single-handedly, him and the other.
Victor Osimhen's transfer to Chelsea that failed. Everything what was on the year for social media, everything a lie. Mikel don't come outside because it was part of that deal. Watch this particular video I want to show you to the end. Watch this video, make you see what actually happened behind the scene between Chelsea and Victor Osimhen and the reason why that move no materialize. Now it's just small thing I remain. Because Mikel, they part of that deal. Listening to what Mikel has to talk about that particular deal concerning Victor Osimhen and Chelsea. There is nothing like say they request for £500,000. All is on a lie. Watch this video to the end and make you see make you hear what happen.
I think the way the club has treated the player, I don't know the inside out of that story, what's happened with Napoli and the player, but a player who's probably single-handedly, him and the other
you're stitching me up here.
Gravnaskai,
Varashekili. I think
that name.
Just call him the Georgian Maradona. I think we call
the Georgian Maradona, exactly. I think they both single-handedly won Napoli the trophy, the Scudetto, in such a
incredible fashion.
Long time they haven't won it. So,
89,
exactly. I think both of them played a massive end for the club to treat him the way they've treated him. Again, I'm not judging because I don't know the ins and outs of what happened.
But you're
between
disappointed.
But I'm disappointed the way he's been treated. You know, the club pushing him aside, training with the bomb squad they call them. You know, taking his jersey number away from him. I don't think that's the way to treat somebody who's given so much to the club. And for me, I'm kind of disappointed with that. But yeah, so for me, that's what I need to say about Napoli.
So he signed on another year. I believe he's extended his contract at Napoli in order to bring his release clause down. That's what I'm reading, John. You probably have more information than on that than me. He's now moved to Galatasaray.
Yeah.
It's been reported they haven't paid a loan fee, but they're picking up the majority of his salary. I go back to it. Chelsea's loss for now is Galatasaray's gain.
Yeah.
They have just got, as you said a few moments ago, one of the world's best strikers. This is an incredible move for Galatasaray.
It's incredible for Galatasaray. I don't know how they pull this out, but I think it's
But it comes back to your point, John, because you've said Victor just loves playing football.
Exactly.
It's nonsense that he's greedy. He wants to play football. And hey, listen, one thing that we haven't discussed. If he was really greedy, he would have taken the money in Saudi Arabia.
Exactly. Yeah, he would have taken the money in Saudi Arabia. But I know the kid. I know how much he loves to play football, and he knows that he still has many years to play in Europe. He has a lot still to offer in Europe, and the move about Saudi, can still wait. And that's the conversation I had with him as well, and he kind of like understood that. That there's time for that. He's still young. He still can come to Europe. He still has a lot to offer in Europe. But I think Galatasaray, they've done an amazing.
Amazing.
Amazing. I don't know how they pulled that one off, but yeah. But no, Victor wants to play football, and now he's shown everybody that he still wants to continue playing football, at the highest level, and that's why he's gone to Galatasaray to score goals, to help the club, and. Funny enough, he's going to be in direct competition with a special one. So, I think Galatasaray fans will be happy with the deal.
Of course.
Victor is a top striker. He will score goals there. He will help them to win the trophy. So, it's a great move for them and for Victor as well to continue to play football, to continue to play in the highest level and keep the sharpness going and keep his training going. And again, like I said, January will be a big transfer window, and we'll see what happens. Yeah, we'll see watch the space. There's so much that I don't want to say because I don't want to say it until we get the deal done. If it happens, it happens. I'm not sitting here and saying 100% it's definitely going to happen. But if it does happen, then I can obviously say a lot more. But right now, there's so much more I can't say, but I know exactly where we are and what is going to happen.
So to be clear, because I know that Jose Mourinho either watches us, listens to us. Everything gets back to that man. I'm just worried about you here, John. So can you categorically tell us you played no part in sending Victor to Galatasaray?
No, definitely did not.
Good. So Jose, it's nothing to do with us.
No, I have nothing to do with Galatasaray, no.
Because you're right. Jose's had a great start to life at Fenerbahce. 3 wins and a draw.
Yeah, exactly.
In his opening 4, but Victor Osimhen makes a big difference.
Yeah, Victor Osimhen going to Galatasaray makes a big difference, and I'm sure Jose is not going to be happy with that because he is somebody who's going to score goals in Turkey. He will do exactly what he knows how to do best, which is score goals. And so for me, Jose is not going to be happy, but for Victor, I'm really pleased with the move. He has to play football, which is something I told him. I think once the transfer window shot, I said,
focus,
Victor, focus. You have to play football. I don't want you to sit down in Naples and just enjoy and just sit without doing anything, just train. I want you to play football. That's my message. You have to play football. I don't care what you do, but you have to play football. And he understood that. And that's why, obviously, him and his team, they got the move to Galatasaray. And I'm really pleased with that. I'm really happy. So I hope he continues to do what he knows how to do best, which is scoring goals. And then, and as long as he does that, there's still a chance of him going to Chelsea.
So we never like to see anyone lose their job, John. There is some speculation that Victor and his agent have parted ways. And if you did tell him to do that, then is that you looking for a new job, John? Are we losing you on this podcast?
I'm kidding. I have nothing to do with that.
I know you are.
But no, there was a few conversations I had about his agent. And listen, at the end of the day, Victor was best for him. I want was best for Victor. And if that's the decision he made, if that's true, fair play to him. I'm sure maybe they ended on a good note. I don't know what's happened, but if that's what has happened, I think Victor always wants what's best for him. And that's something I like about him. People talk about arrogancy and stuff like that. No, knowing your worth,
absolutely,
what you deserve. It's not being arrogant. You're not being arrogant. It's just you knowing what you deserve and not going crazy about it. If you know exactly what you deserve,
like any job, any walk of life.
Exactly.
You're right.
So
John.
that's, for me, that's not arrogant. That's not being arrogant. And some people might look at it that way. For me, no, because you know your worth, and when you come in there, you will deliver.
Yeah.
And he knows he will do that. So for me, people just need to stop saying that about the boy. He's a lovely boy. He's very funny. When you speak to him, when you spend time with him, very funny lad. Very loud. Will bring a lot of joy, happiness around the place. And so that's who Victor is. Very humble as well when you speak to him. Very, very humble. Every time I speak to him, very humble and respects people. Like I said, respect is reciprocal. If I respect you, you respect me.
Absolutely.
So I think there's few things that has happened as well with the Nigerian coach where he blew out, where he had
he was angry, wasn't he?
He was angry. Yeah, that's emotions. And he just felt that
it wasn't fair.
It wasn't fair because, the manager didn't protect him, because he said he had a conversation with the manager. Everything was recorded. And then the manager just came out and threw him under the bus. And he was really pissed off, and he came out to defend himself. The way he did it, maybe not the greatest way, maybe not the best way to do it, but he has the right to come out and defend himself. So I have nothing against Victor. I have nothing against that. So for me, knowing what you worth is not knowing what you're worth. Completely agree. Not being arrogant.
Completely agree. And I do respect him as well. For what my opinion's worth, I respect the fact he isn't kicking his heels in Naples. He's gone to Turkey. He wants to play football.
Yeah.
I can respect that. He's obviously going to be paid well for it, but with the greatest respects to the Turkish league, it's a bit of a step down from the top 5 leagues in Europe. But he's willing to do it in order to play football, and I can respect that.
Exactly, and to keep that opportunity as well, that window open, that if he goes there and does what he knows how to do, which is scoring goals and playing well and helping the team, the window is still going to be open for him to come back to one of the big top 5 leagues in the world, which for me, I hope is going to be Chelsea.
Okay. Watch this space on that. So that is the inside story on Victor Osimhen. Thank you, John, for being very honest and candid.
Yeah, I still need to catch up on my 2-day sleep that I missed. I'm trying to get that deal done, you know what I mean?
I'm trying to get at least a sliver of that Galatasaray commission as well.
Because I was looking at my phone. My phone was just buzzing here and there. Like, I was in bed trying to sleep. No, I wasn't trying to sleep, but I was just waiting for the phone calls. And obviously the time difference, and I was just dozing off. I was like this. And then my phone rings. I'm like, where is it? I need to pick up the phone, whether it's Victor calling or it's Paul calling. I think everybody, I will give both parties a massive credit.
They tried.
They tried. Absolutely tried. Victor had to compromise a lot. The club had to compromise a lot. And we eventually came to in the middle. The bulk of the whole deal was absolutely done. It was just minor issues that we just couldn't get over the line. But yeah.